Hello, hello. I am here to do some individual zodiac reads. I'm trying to figure out who I want to start with. I do feel like I want to start with air. Let's start with Gemini. What cards do I want to use? Gemini, I feel like you guys are going through a lot of physical symptoms right now. Some of you guys might be feeling Mercury right now. Maybe things aren't going your way. Things are taking a toll on you. People coming back from the past. Conflict coming back up from the past. Gemini. If you've recently cut ties with an individual pertaining to love and romance, I feel like you're going to... If you are owed an apology, you're going to get an apology. You could be dealing with somebody who is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio right now. Or maybe that's like their sun sign. I'm not feeling too strong of that energy, but I'm being pulled to the water signs. Some of you might be thinking about traveling as well. So, oh my gosh, there's dog hair everywhere. Like, no matter what I do, I just have dog hair all over the place, so I apologize. I swear, I really try and keep up on it. So I feel like right now, you guys are in a process of battling. Gemini, what is this? I feel like you guys are having a standoff. It could be with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this might also be another air sign that you're having a standoff with, where like you might be in more Leo energy, where you might be more focused on yourself, and I just heard pride. So I don't know if like pride is playing a part in this. I feel like you're watching someone. I feel like you could be connecting with somebody who you still have an attachment to in the past. This is a contract that needs to get wrapped up that you've been holding on to, but it's keeping you stuck and it's keeping you feeling like you can't transition into the next phase. And that's because like you have to let go of something, whether that be a person, place, or thing. There's something that's keeping you stuck that's not healthy for you. It's an old, outdated contract, quote unquote. This is something that no longer, it doesn't serve you any good. It actually gives you more blockages and harm by holding on to it. You could be storing a lot of your emotions in your stomach. If you're dealing with a masculine, you could be aligning with somebody right now, but it's not quite clear yet because you do have another contract on the board, but I feel like there's something that's keeping you stuck in the past that you're holding on to. It could be an old contract, an old lover, spouse, partner, friend, family, whatever the case is. It's an emotional pull. You are sitting on 2 5s right now, so that is a lot of change that you are being asked to try and balance. There's something involving protection. Like, I don't know if you're feeling like you need to protect yourself more or you need to stand your ground more, but that's also being brought to my attention as well. I'm being pulled as well to a feeling that I have in my chest. You might be having some type of like physical response to stress. So if you're living a high... Yeah, see, my computer literally just popped up with a pop-up that says virus and threat protection, and it's just like a, it's like a scanning thing that I have on my computer to make sure that my computer is still safe. But it's funny that I was just going to talk about if you're holding on to stress, it's actually going to make you sick. So if you know that you're holding on to something, but like you can't quite pinpoint it, spend some time by yourself and really disconnect and really try and figure out what it is that you're holding on to, because there's something in your past that you're holding on to that's going... In time, if it's not already happening, it's going to start developing symptoms, physical symptoms, and these symptoms could be chest pain, arm pain, and it might actually freak some people out because you might actually think that there's more underlying issues going on, but in reality, it's because, like, I feel like I'm picking up on somebody who's lived in a very toxic stressful environment for a prolonged period of time. And I'm talking about like more than 5 years. Like you've been living in a toxic environment for at least like 10 plus years, or some type of situation that has been extremely enduring and very long lasting. And because you endured that and not properly, and it's not saying that it's not proper, but I'm saying that when we go through time periods like that where we unfortunately have to live in a circumstance that causes us anxiety and stress because of, could be money, could be whatever. But if you have a home environment that is very stressful that you've been living in for a prolonged time, like it's going to take a toll on your health. It's going to manifest in different ways when it comes to physical symptoms. So again, don't get caught off guard with that, because if you start to notice that, obviously go to a medical professional and get checked out and make sure everything's okay. I'm not picking up on anything detrimental. I'm just seeing here this is more stress-related disease or stress-related illness. And when I say disease, I actually mean like dis-ease, because that's actually a psychology term, because when we're unhappy, that's what creates disease, and that's dis-ease within ourselves. We're not flowing with ease. You see what I'm saying? It's dis-ease. So there's something that you need to pull out of your own like energy field and pull out and process. And it might have to do with a past connection or something that stirs up a lot. It's like a strong emotional bond. It could be with a spouse. It could be with a family member. It could be with a parent. It could be with a friend. Whatever it is, don't hold on to it anymore, because you're being asked to overcome this, especially with the 2 5s here. You're in the process of shifting and transitioning, and it's kind of like the universe is kind of like saying, okay, enough is enough. Let's push forward. And you might not be ready to fully let go. So obviously a lot of anxiety is going to stir up during that time. Be prepared for that, because it's not to make you uncomfortable, but it is to help you grow into the next process. It's helping you to transition and to recognize what your goals and lessons are in this lifetime. So try not to get overwhelmed. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself as when it comes to diet and exercise as well. Making sure that you're eating plenty of food and regularly, because at least within my circle, I see a lot of people who skip meals and they only eat like 1 meal a day. That's not going to help you. That's actually going to harm you, because your body is not getting enough nutrients. You need to have enough nutrients in order for your body to create a strong energy field. And if you're not feeding yourself the right things, obviously it's going to be hard to maintain your own energy. So that's what I'm trying to say. We do have the Sun card here. So this is a lot of Leo energy. So again, you could be connecting with a Leo. But when you're going to get through this next phase of your life, this it seems like it's just a battle. Like it's a battle to get you from point A to point B. But once you get from point A to point B, something's going to become clear to you. You're going to go into a position of healing, and you're going to be able to prepare yourself for what is coming forward to you now, because I feel like you're aligning with something that is for a higher purpose, but you're there's an energy here that's fighting it tooth and nail, like kicking its feet into the ground. And again, with the eclipses that we've just had and all the planetary changes that we've just had, digging your heels into the ground is not really going to help you. It's actually going to make it more of a resistance for you to get through, and thus a harder lesson for you to learn. So try not to resist it. Try to just go with it with ease. Try and go with the flow with this. You could be studying something new. Yeah, you could be studying something new. Like a new area of study, new job field, new career field. There's something that you're cultivating that's going to be new after this time period subsides. And I feel like if you recognize how you're feeling and you address how you feel, and you actually take the time out to sit down and be like, okay, I'm feeling stressed out because of this. And if you take the time to actually fill in those blanks on that sentence, like, I feel blank when blank happens. Like, take that sentence structure and apply it to every emotion that you're feeling right now. Because I feel like there's an emotion or a feeling that's not being addressed that's keeping you feeling stuck. And it's like the more that you can sit down and address your emotions, the more clarity that you're going to receive in the end. So yeah, we do have the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. And this is all about insights and intuitiveness and listening to that higher calling. It's like, I feel like they're asking you to listen, Gemini. I almost just said Leo. You guys could be in Leo energy right now. Like Geminis could be in Leo energy right now. So that might help if you watch other people's videos. I don't know who needed to hear that, but somebody might need to hear that. Where if you're a Gemini sun and you're strictly only watching Gemini, like maybe try watching a Leo sign, because you might actually, you might resonate with it a little bit more, depending on where you have fire in your chart. So there's something about following a life purpose and being illuminated to something. That's something that you're going to figure out. It's like you're catching on to something. But it's like a hassle to get there. Like it's been like a battle for you to see something or to recognize something. And I don't want to go too far into depth because this is just a generalized reading. But whatever it is that you're holding on to, they're asking you to trust your intuition, and they're asking you to let it go and to trust. There's a big focus on trust here with Geminis. I just got to chill. So yeah, there's a big focus on trust. There's a need to heal your heart center, your heart chakra, and your third eye might be a little bit blocked. But if you're getting headaches and it's in the frontal part of your head, if you can't write that off as sinuses or like a sinus infection, I'm telling you right now, it's your third eye that's trying to open. Maybe cut back on fluoride if you have fluoride products, because fluoride can block that. There's really a need for you to embrace your energy. Like, I feel like they're also asking you, Gemini, to step into Leo energy, meaning like step into feeling like that lioness or that lion, like the king of the jungle, like stepping into that, not cockiness or arrogance, but stepping into the confidence of like taking care of yourself and like, try something new with your hair, try something new with your clothes. Try something new, shift your energy is basically what it's saying, is shift your energy, whether it be a style change or anything like that. Like it's something that's based on appearance and physical stuff that might actually help you push through this energy here. So let me switch to tarot, because I've been using these for like 12 minutes. So I feel like you guys are waking up. I feel like something's happening to a lot of Geminis right now where maybe you guys have been battling this. There's some type of clarity that's coming in for you, but they're not telling me exactly what it is. It's either a truth that you've been seeking or a mental clarity where it's like you're going to, there's a blockage that's going to be cleared for you when it comes to like seeing some type of truth. I feel like somebody's waking up from something, and it's like they're evaluating what the process is. They know that they have to go towards something. They know that they have to give clarity or that they need to receive clarity. But there's something very dreamlike about this, where it's like maybe somebody is woken up from an epiphany moment, where it's like this person realizes really what their wish fulfillment is, because it's like there's somebody here who they're having dreams about their wish fulfillment, or they know who their wish fulfillment is with, but they have to make the move to reveal this to this person. So there's a water sign that's coming up in the reading, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, feminine energy, who is kind of minding their own business, doing their own thing. But then there's this other energy who is going between Leo energy and air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, who is of more masculine energy, who knows that they have to reveal a truth and knows that they have clarity on something. It's like they know who their wish fulfillment is, but they're hesitant to go towards it until something is clear. And I feel like this person, I feel like if you're connecting with somebody romantically, you're dealing with a procrastinator right off the bat. Like, you're dealing with somebody who doesn't like to move unless they feel like moving. Very emperor-like energy. Yeah, so somebody knows that there's a higher purpose to something. Somebody knows that there's something very spiritual about what it is that they're going after, or what it is that they're dreaming about. There's a huge focus on dreams. So Gemini, if you've been dreaming about another person or dreaming about resolving something with another person, you're picking up on it. It's like you got to get up and go, because there's clarity waiting. And I don't think that this person's going to be waiting too much longer to receive clarity, but it's like somebody wakes up from their dreams and they know who somebody is to them, but they're not making it clear to that person, and they're not communicating it. It's like they're just sitting with it. But it's like they know that there's something very spiritual and of a higher purpose for this connection. You could be dealing with somebody who is a strong Taurus. Like, they have a strong Taurus placement. But this is also like epiphany-like energy, where it's like something, if you're connecting with somebody romantically, you Gemini might not have made something clear to somebody, because you could have been like unsure, or unsure is really where I keep getting pulled to. It's like a hesitation, where it's like, do I want to, do I not, do I want to, do I not want to, what do I want to do I want to reach out, do I not want to reach out, will this person respond, will they not respond? The person who you're connecting with, I don't think has any idea that you're feeling this way, if this is your energy. There's also something that somebody doesn't want to see, and I don't know if it's because they're not ready to see it yet, but that's where I feel like there's this procrastination energy, because I feel like somebody's keeping themselves stuck because they're not ready to face something. And it could have to do with their own wish fulfillment, or something that they've dreamed about. And it could have to do with another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Could be a younger person, somebody who's very creative, very artsy. I heard selfless. Like, whoever you're connecting with is selfless. And it's funny because there's a counteraction of like opposites here, where this person is so selfless, like they might be like a service worker, or like a counselor, or like a therapist, or like work with children at like a boys and girls club or something. Like, this person is so selfless. And then there's an energy over here with this Taurus energy that is so self-centered. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's a complementary opposites, I should say, where you could both learn something from each other. But I do feel a big procrastination energy, and it's like, am I going to reach out? Am I not going to reach out? I really hate doing reads like this, because I don't ever want to give anybody false hope, but I'm also not going to stand by and just let somebody wait around for somebody who's just procrastinating. Like, if you're dealing with somebody who is a procrastinator, like, fuck them. Literally, fuck them. Move on with your life, because they need to get their own fucking shit together in order for them to come forward. And if somebody can't value and respect you enough to be like, hey, these are my feelings, I'm going to put it out there, then they don't need to be in your circle, and they don't need to be taking your energy away from you. Like, this is not something that you need to be primarily focused on. So again, I could be picking up on this energy that you're still holding on to from the past, if this is the reading for you. And now again, this could be vice versa. This could be somebody who you're connecting with in your social circle. Like, I could be reading a situation that happens to be taking place between your parents, or your friends, or your sister, or your brother. It's not all going to be about you. So it's like the cards are a tool to help. And a lot of times when people get readings and stuff, they want to like use it to spy on other people and kind of fixate on a certain energy, but it's not really meant to be used that way. And so I will never mislead and tell somebody to stay in a situation where they could potentially be hurt. And it's like, that's not what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing here is somebody who's procrastinating their own truth, and that's their fucking problem. That's not your problem. So if you're the person who's waiting, and you're the one who's like, oh, I don't know if I'll ever hear from this person again, don't expect to. Don't expect to hear from anybody. Expect to be there for yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Learn how to move forward and be content and full and happy and vibrant so that you can attract more into your life. Because apparently this person who you're connecting with, Gemini, this is somebody who procrastinates. And they don't want to reveal the truth. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to open up. Like, they're holding on to something in the past, and to each their own. You know, this person has their own lessons that they need to learn. But you can't stay stuck in a situation if somebody's just procrastinating. Like, I'm not going to be that tarot reader that says, you know, oh, stay in the situation because so-and-so is going to come back. No, because there's no guarantee that this person's going to come back, because this person is clearly confused. Even though they know who somebody is to them, they're not ready to say it. And again, that's the bitter truth when it comes to, unfortunately, the world that we live in, because we can sit here and we can, you know, pull cards on Joe, Mary, and Lisa, but it's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, energy is here that is very, it's like this person's very elusive. And it's like they think about you all the time, they dream about you all the time, but they don't want to say anything. And you can't make somebody say anything to you. You can't make somebody open up. You can't make anybody do anything like that. This person who is in Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, who's bouncing between Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Taurus, this person has to do their own work on themselves. You can't come in and save the day and be like, I know it's you and I have feelings and blah, 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 and I know that we have feelings for each other. No, save your breath. Save your breath. Because you can't, maybe you're having a tower moment. Maybe that was a tower moment for you. You can't overexert yourself to the point of where you just lose yourself trying to save a connection with somebody. Like, this person has to be willing to put in their half of stuff in order for something to work out. Like, you can't just carry the weight yourself. When it comes to a relationship, I'm very, very, very picky when it comes to equal give and take and having reciprocity, because if somebody doesn't respect me, then they don't deserve my time and respect. If they don't respect my time, they don't respect my feelings or my emotions or my perspective on anything, then I don't need to bend over backwards for them. That's the last thing I need to do. And that's kind of here, like, what I'm trying to say is, I know it can be hurtful and I know it can really affect people in a negative way, but I'm not going to sit here and tell somebody to stay in a situation that no longer serves them, because clearly there's an energy here who's been waiting. Like, they've been waiting to hear something. They've been waiting for that emotion. They've been waiting for that, like, little glimmer of hope. But this other person's not giving it to you. Like, they're not. And I don't think that they will. But see, they know that it's spiritual and they know that it's like a divine connection, but they're the ones who aren't, they're just reluctant. Like, they don't want to look at it. It's like this person didn't even want to wake up, but they've been woken up. You see what I'm saying? Like, they didn't even want to wake up, but they've been woken up is really what it comes down to. And I'm going to write that down because I'm being told to. Yeah, so it's like this energy here where it's like this person knows that they have a higher calling, a higher spiritual mission when it comes to a connection with somebody, but they just don't want to address it. And whether it be that they have things going on and that they're working through their own challenges, especially sitting with 2 5s here, but I'm not going to pry into somebody's business and tell you why that they're not communicating. They have enough of their own stuff going on, especially with 5s, okay? Because if you know anything about numerology, 5s are very hard to work through, and some people can sit in 5s for a very, very long time, and it's not worth you waiting around to just wait for a message. It's not that. Like, don't do that. Don't wait around for this person's message. Keep moving forward in your own life, even if it's not clear, because this person's not giving you clarity. They could easily give you clarity, but they're not giving you clarity. And they're okay with that because of whatever it is that they're working through. They're just like this. They're sitting in their own energy right now. I personally would not want to be in that energy, but this looks like somebody who is procrastinating revealing a truth. They're procrastinating it. There's something that they don't want to look at because they have an attachment to something in the past that's keeping them feeling stuck and left out in the cold. And it could have nothing to do with you. It could be something that happened to them long before you even came into the picture. You see what I'm saying? But they have to make that decision to choose to heal. You can't heal them. You see what I'm saying? You might be somebody who might be like, oh, I can fix them if I just blah, 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 blah. No, that's not what you're here to do. You're here to grow and evolve on your own and your own spiritual growth and journey. Like, you're here for your own journey. I know that it sucks when you have to, like, leave somebody kind of in the past when it comes to that, but it's like, if this person's not reciprocating anything from you, it's not worth your time. Like, if you reach out and they don't even answer you, or it's like they just give you like bullshit communication where it's like one word replies and stuff, like, no, fuck that. You deserve better, Gemini. Like, you deserve so much better than to get a one-word response. You deserve to get a compassionate response or an optimistic response. Somebody who takes the time to put into the conversation that you're having with them. Not somebody who just says, I'll get to it when I get to them. I'll hit them up when I hit them up. You know, that's the energy where it's like, I'll hit them up when I hit them up. And it's like, do you really want to deal with that? Where it's like, this person doesn't even, like, they won't even look at themselves in the mirror enough to be like, wow, my feelings are affecting this person. Like, they won't even do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, this person has to go through a massive healing and a transformation still. Because, they're still sitting in the fives. And that tells me that there might even be, especially with the Seven of Swords here, there's 8 swords on the board. So that tells me that this person is just straight up holding themselves back. Like, they don't have to hold themselves back. They're willingly doing it for whatever reason it might be. They know that they have a truth that they need to reveal. They know that they need to communicate it because it is of a higher purpose, but they're just not doing it. You know, when Mercury retrograde, because if I'm not mistaken, that's coming up real soon. Like, this person, it's gonna be a doozy. Like, don't be surprised if you're this feminine energy over here that's just minding their own business. Like, if this is you minding your own business and doing what it is that you do, going after what you love and trying to get that creativity back in your life, there's something that's going to be so unclear to you, and it's like, do you really want to waste your time? Because you already have the 10 of Cups here. Like, you have the 9 of Cups with the Page of Cups, and she's got the 10th cup in her hand. So it's like, somebody looks at you as emotional fulfillment, but they just don't want to say anything right now. And again, there's always a reason why. Like, don't be hard on everybody and be like, oh, that asshole and blah, blah, blah. Like, no. This person could have a lot of things going on in their life, and that's why they are the way that they are right now. So, of course, be gentle, but also be respectful, and just be like, you know what? I deserve better. I deserve better. That's really what it comes down to, is I deserve better. So I hope that helped, Gemini. Stay tuned, because I'm going to come in with the rest of the air sign reads and kind of trickle it out throughout the week. So thank you guys again for all of your support, all of your love, and all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. It really means the world to me. I wish you the best, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.